All right, everyone, and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. My name is D-Free, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a community checkup, see what you guys have recently been telling me about, because I thought that was a fun thing to do last time. So we're going to be live reacting to some of the comments and just seeing what you guys have to say. But if you guys know me from any other content, obviously I've been around the internet uploading on various channels for the last 10 or 11 years at this point. Honestly, I don't know. But I've seen a lot of people actually come in and say they used to watch certain videos I was doing. So if you guys want to play Raid alongside me, now is the perfect time. Link down below in the description. It does help me out, does help the channel out. Share the video with your friends. Let's get the channel going. We're at 135 or so subscribers. Want to keep it going big time. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. All right, so the last video that I uploaded was, or the couple of last videos that I uploaded was arena gameplay, as I've been kind of progressing a little bit in classic arena. Nothing too crazy or anything like that, but Wukong, I wanted to do a video detailing him, showing what he's doing in arena. As a new player, he has drastically helped and improved my performance there. And then the video prior was a clan boss video, and we do have some comments from both of those, but mainly from like the clan boss video that I wanted to kind of cover and talk about in today's video. So again, hope you guys enjoy. All right, so let's shift over. All right, here we are. So I have a few that I need to respond to, of course, but I got some comments on the S tier Sun Wukong dominates the arena video. I thought that was a really good packaging for that video, but unfortunately it didn't really take off as much as I was hoping it would, but whatever. It's probably, maybe if it was like when Wukong was new, I think that packaging would have worked out pretty well. You want to try and get your Bellower faster than your Kayle so you can place the decreased defense before your A2 with Kayle. That's actually a good idea. So right now my Kayle does have, I think, a 2-piece speed set. But I could see about trying to do that. I could definitely see about that. You aren't stupid. Wukong is a beast in every stage of the game. Yeah, so when I started, I had the opportunity to choose between a number of one-time codes, right? But Wukong is my guy, especially as a huge Dragon Ball fan. Sun Wukong is the inspiration for that series, if you didn't know. So for me, it was a no-brainer, right? So I chose to do that, but I had option to do like Supreme Gale. Like, it looks really cool. He looks really cool. His code had just came out when I had started my account over, when I started this channel. And then obviously there are a few other one-time codes I could have used, but you know, I opted to use Wukong, and most people had generally a really good review of him, that he's really good everywhere. So that's nice. Keep Templar for Doom Tower. Nice. I'm not even like, there's just so much like levels of content to get into that I'm like, dude, like, I don't even know what's, I know what's good where, kind of like, because you can kind of tell where they're trying to make you use them, if for no other reason by just reading their aura skills, but, or their leader skill, whatever it's called in this game. But you know, like, there's just so much. It's kind of the one thing that happens when you get into a game like 5-6 years in. It's a lot, but you get into it eventually and you'll figure it out. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm starting to feel much more comfortable. Obviously I'll feel super comfortable like a month from now, all that stuff, but we've made some great progress. But just a couple of weeks documenting our daily journey, it kind of comes and goes. Like, some days I sit here and I'm like, what am I even going to talk about today? Because I feel like sometimes if I sit down and I don't have like a big, like, all right, here's another 6-star, or like, here's this crazy progression we did in the last like 16 hours since the last video you guys saw, I feel like maybe, you know, it's not really worth it. So I don't know. Sometimes I sit down like, I don't know. But sometimes also because I don't have certain things built up. I can't show you all these compositions. A lot of veterans can. But also I am still trying to figure out my lane in this game, also as a producer of content, like things like that. Blocked active skills don't work against the clan boss, neither does decreased speed. Did not know that, but that's good to know. Thank you. It makes sense. If you're bored and want to rerun Demon Lord battles with different teams and strategies, you can save your clan boss keys, kind of like Hydra and Chimera, but you have to force quit the game before your last champ dies. Didn't know that. I'm not at that point yet, but that feels like some good like veteran tip. Oh man, when I do my trial runs, I gauge my damage by comparing my damage per boss turn. Since most early game traditional clan boss teams rarely make it past the round 19 damage amp, you can do the math by, say, boss turn 5 on what kind of final damage your team can do without watching the whole thing. Brutal to chest is 20 mil-ish. So if you survive 20 turns, you want to be doing at least 1 mil per turn. Then in Nightmare it goes up to 40. So if you're doing 20 turns, you'll need 2 million per turn. Ah, I see. I see. That makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. You can kind of see how your team would perform without literally needing to sit through all of the turns. That's interesting. It's a cheeky little strategy. See, I didn't know there was a boss amp at certain tiers. Like I knew that was probably a thing. I brought it up in my video, but I was like, this guy's starting to hit really hard towards the end of my runs in the clan boss, and that makes sense. Like he said, I think 19 or whatever, he starts hitting harder, and I was like, yeah, he's starting to one-shot my characters, and that makes sense so that this fight doesn't go on for an hour, because my team had so much sustain, and obviously when they designed the fight, they designed the game, they had to obviously consider that. So I was just like, this is kind of weird. So but yeah, that definitely makes sense. All right, let's get to the next comment. Clan boss does get different small buffs depending on affinity, but most just ignore that part and focus on survivability and damage. Gotcha. Shout out to Ash. You guys, if you're watching me, obviously know who he is. I'll continue to say it, Ash. If you're watching, thank you for the opportunity. It's been really fun to play Raid, and thanks for your support. I'm glad you check out the videos. I know they're probably really cringy for you or any other veterans. Like, that's not the best thing to do. Or I would say that, or like, but it's fun getting to experience and learn it. Been loving watching your Raid journey. From what you have, I would go with this combo: Kayle, Wukong, Bellower, Giscard, and Rector. I actually considered Giscard for my boss team. I had that exact same comp, except the one that I chose over Giscard was the night chick. I forget her name right now. But yeah, I was using something similar. Like that was my exact idea. But I chose her instead. Tamilia, right? Yeah, Captain Temila. I felt like maybe she was a little better, but I certainly did consider Giscard. But maybe there's something I'm missing as to why Giscard would be better. Excuse me. Maybe it's the attack increase. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can actually run both. Yeah, maybe it's the attack increase also too. That's probably extremely helpful. But I considered both, but I opted for her because of the ally protection. But one thing I learned is that she also needs to get pretty high off for that to really even be worth it, right? She needs to get pretty high in investment for that to even really be worth it. And I replied, I got Gizmac at my new account. Supreme Gaelic Gizmac and Eleanoril is a great way to play at the beginning. That's awesome to hear. Finish off Wukong, but make sure you're getting Kayle and Wukong's masteries. That was a comment a little bit later. It'll be doing extra damage in clan boss. Oh yeah, that's right. I can also change their masteries to clan boss masteries. Now that I'm done farming the story, I can change their masteries. That's something I intended to do, but forgot to do. A clan boss team is your next priority, as it's one of the few ways you get shards for free. Your clan boss team will also most likely be your dragon team as well. When looking for champs to build a clan boss team, you want to look for certain debuffs that'll help you survive the clan boss attacks. Prioritize debuffs such as decrease attack, defense down, weaken, poison, leech, HP burn. In the beginning, definitely prioritize decrease attack the most. War Master and the poisons and or HP burn will be your best choice of DPS in the early to mid game. That's why it's so important to get War Master mastery. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't put War Master on because, like I said, I didn't really think I needed it when I was following the Hell Hades guide for story content, but I definitely need to shift that now that I'm done mostly farming story, unless I'm just grinding experience. You should definitely go to hellhades.com and create an account, and then you will want to download the Raid Optimizer. It'll be the best tool for stuff like gearing, creating team comps. Oh, there's a tool for this game? That's shouldn't be surprising. I've played so many gacha games, and I still have like a dozen on my phone at least right now. And then most of them have online resources created by the community. So that's cool. I didn't know there was that. So that's a cool thing. I'm super excited to see you do some Raid content. It's been almost 5 years or so since I last saw a D-Free YouTube video, as I quit playing DBL at around that time. Big fan of your content. Keep them coming. Also, would it be cool if Goresh also started Raid? It'd be badass to see you guys collab again on my main game. That's what I was saying. Like, I've been producing content for so long that I get comment, like even the next one here. I love your DBL content when I was still playing. Welcome to Raid. Like, I get comments like that, people that are just kind of, I guess, like seeing my videos pop on their feed and like, what the hell? So that's cool. That's really awesome. It would be nice to answer the question, Ethan, to get Koresh on, but I don't think he'll ever give it a chance. It's actually really hard to get people to take Raid seriously because there's just been so much promo on the internet that it's basically a meme in like every circle you look at. And so when I bring it up, when I bring this channel up on my other channel, every now and again I'm like, yeah, I know you've heard of it, and I know it's a meme, but have you tried to play it, or have you seen somebody actually play the game, right? Because it is fun. It's a grind. It's certainly a credit card grind if you want it to be. If you want to progress fast, it feels like. But it is a grind, but I think it's fun. I think it's worth it. I think that from what I've seen and the people I've interacted with, it has an awesome community. So I'm enjoying my time, and I'm enjoying my time uploading videos and creating content and playing the game. So absolutely something I do recommend a lot of people try to get into. But that was fun. It was fun to just sit here and talk to you guys and live reply to some of these comments. I will have to manually reply to them. It's much more annoying to sit down and talk or type. Maybe I'll do talk to text or something. I don't know. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you for the tips. If you left one of these comments, if you had one I didn't get to, I'm sorry. But thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you all later.